If you're on your 10th motivational video podcast this week and you're still feeling stuck and you're still feeling anxious and you're still feeling frustrated about life, listen, you're not broken. You're just stuck in the pattern of consuming content. You're stuck in the pattern of consuming information and knowledge. Imagine if you were trying to become strong by watching someone else lift weights. It's silly, isn't it? But isn't that what you're doing with your life? So I've been in this situation too. I've binge watched self-help videos because it made me feel like I'm doing something. It made me feel like I'm being busy without actually doing anything that moves the needle forward, that actually helps me grow in my life. And here's the thing, right? Self-help can be addictive. Watching these videos, these podcasts, they make you feel like you're gaining some revelatory knowledge, like something that's going to help you. But the more of these videos that you watch, the more nothing happens, right? It's like you're avoiding the painful emotions that will actually light you on fire. When you go through something that's transformational, you go through pain. It's a part of the transformation process, because you're in the training room and you're actually pushing yourself beyond what you're used to, beyond your comfort zones, and that hurts. And there's no way to actually grow without that. Now, self-help is this emotional avoidance that's dressed up in a way that makes you feel like you're doing something while actually avoiding the pain that you need to go through, that fire that you need to go through, that will actually forge the new identity that you need in order for you to grow and actually, have that sort of life that you want, be the sort of person that you want to be. So let me give you a quick example. I mean, I like to draw off my own life because I think we all have these experiences, right? Like, I remember when I was younger, I was very overweight. I had a double chin. I hated looking at myself in the mirror. Whenever I saw that, I'm like, shit, this isn't me. So you know what I did? I watched a ton of fitness videos, binge watched them. I created the perfect plan of action for myself. What kind of workouts I should do? What kind of gym exercises I should do. I even tried everything. I registered for every class. I did weightlifting, I did martial arts, I did sports, I did dance. Nothing really ever worked for me to get me in shape. And the reason was that even though I was kind of taking action, I was, gathering all this knowledge, the effort that I was putting in was nowhere close to what I needed to be in order to get real growth. I wasn't pushing myself past my comfort zone. I put myself in a situation where I had no choice. One day, I decided that I was going to take part in a actual martial arts competition, something that could actually get me really, really hurt. Now, I had no choice but to push past my comfort zone. The anticipation of losing the competition or getting hurt, or like getting my ass kicked, that pain was way more than the pain of not staying in my comfort zone during training. And that was the switch that happened. And if you're watching this video right now, you're probably in a similar situation. Like, you know a bit about self-help, you know what you need to do. It's just that when you actually sit down to go and do it, it is so painful. Whether it's boredom, whether it's fear, whether it's anxiety, whether it's frustration, all of these things, all they are is that very fire that you need to go through in order to forge your new identity. I keep repeating that, because that is the core of the matter. And so when you avoid doing that to go off and find some other way that you could actually get that same result, the some sort of knowledge or solution from the outside, instead of going inside and feeling in order for you to get past this, the more you're actually not going to get anywhere. And the more you're going to stay stuck. And the more you're going to feel hopeless. And the more you're going to feel that there's something wrong with you when there isn't. It wasn't that there was something wrong with me genetically that I couldn't lose weight when I was younger. It was just that I didn't put in the effort past my comfort zone. I never really went into the pain. And so if you're feeling unhappy about the way you look, or about the way you are, or about your career, about your money, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, are you really doing the things that you need to be doing that make you deserving of that result? Let's say deserving of the business that you want, deserving of the money that you want, deserving of the relationships that you want, or the body that you want. That is the question. The thing is that learning feels safe. Gathering knowledge is safe. Doing is risky. Most people will not do because they actually risk failure, or they actually risk rejection. I know so many women that I've met of late. I don't know what it is, but they refuse to actually go out and engage with men simply because they fear that it's going to turn out like one of their past relationships. They've just given up. They've given up on relationships. They don't want to deal with men. Some of them will say that they're busy because they're busy with their careers. Some of them will just say, I've lost all hope, and that there are no good men out there. But at the end of the day, they're avoiding the very thing that they need to do in order for them to get the thing that they want the most, which is a loving relationship in their life. I see the same thing with men, or even with women entrepreneurs who want to start a business. They keep watching videos on how to start a business, but they don't go ahead and start anything because what if they don't make it? What if they get rejected? What if, they fail? And what does that say about themselves? Well, the truth is, it says nothing about you except the fact that you had the courage and the bravery to try something. All it means is the approach that you had did work, so you're going to try a different approach. Ultimately, what people do is, okay, let me find the approach in advance before I even try something. Let me find the way, the solution in advance before I try something. And let me find the way that prevents all the falls and the bumps and the scrapes along the way. I'm sorry, but if you're going to learn how to ride a bicycle, you are going to lose your balance and fall. If you're going to start a business, you are going to lose money. You are going to fail. You are going to get rejected, right? Same if you are looking for a relationship, you will meet a few bad apples. There's just no way that you're going to find Mr. Right in the first go. In fact, probably there is no such thing as a Mr. Right, right? They're all Mr. Wrongs. You just have to find the guy that is the least wrong. At the end of the day, the truth is that we all have fears. You do, I do. Every one of my clients today is struggling to overcome a fear. These fears, most of them, they're imaginary. And by the way, when I say that, I don't say it in a way to make you feel small. I say it in a matter of fact, because most of the opportunities, most people live in a world today where they can go out there, they can actually go after their dream. We're living in a time where it is possible for you to go out and follow through with your dreams, whatever they might be. Whether you wanna make more money, or you wanna have a better quality relationship, or whether you just you want to feel alive and purposeful, but you feel stuck because you're doing something where you feel like you just don't have an option. Maybe you're doing a job and you're successful, or you have a business and it's doing well, but you're just like stuck, and you feel like you don't even know what you want anymore. And maybe in that situation, the thing that you need to go out the thing you need to do is to go out there and refind, or just rekindle that pleasure and joy for life by finding something new. And most people, especially after the age of 30, I think even after the age of 25 these days, they don't do anything that excites them beyond, the vacation or the odd restaurant out. But there's more to life, you know, showing up to life with an emotional presence, which just means that whatever pain life is going to put you through, you take it head on, and you take it not with, a sense of fatalism that, oh, I'm just going to keep going through pain, but more so with a curiosity of what is this, what does this taste like what wisdom and knowledge is there in this pain that can actually help me, that can actually help me hone my gift. But I truly believe that each one of us has a gift that we can give to this world. I think the whole term of self-help, self-help, self, it just means self, means the focus is on me. I think what I've seen in my own experience and in the experience of my clients is that when you turn the camera, right, the focus of your camera from self to the other, right? Maybe it's the people in your immediate surroundings, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your clients, or your society, your community, or the people around you. If you can turn the focus on them, and maybe it shouldn't be self-help. Maybe it should just be other help, like help other people and see what it is that the pain in your life is teaching you in order for you to show up and serve others in a better way. Because think about it, if you're struggling right now, right? If you're going through a hard time right now, you're probably not in a position to show up as your best self for all the people in your life that really matter to you, that you really love. And that's a tragedy, right? That not only diminishes, their experience of you, but it also diminishes your experience of your life with them. At the end of the day, it's not about self-help. It's about how you can be of help to others. The only way you're going to be able to do that is to shut off these videos and to go out there and actually contribute to the world in whatever small way that you can. One of my mentors, he has this belief and something that I've embodied within myself. And that belief is a very simple one. All it says is that transformation is easy for me to create. I borrowed this belief from him, and it's such a beautiful saying because all it means is that I know that in every given situation, with every person that I meet, I know that I can create transformation like that. It's a way that I think. And the truth is that each one of us has that power because every one of us is unique. There is not a single version of you out there, not a single person out there that's exactly like you. You are the only you. But if you keep your gifts to yourself because you're working on yourself and you're just focused on yourself and you're not doing anything for others, then that gift is diminished and eventually it kind of goes away. Whether your gift is creativity, whether it is leadership, whether it is compassion, whatever your gift is, I'm not using these broad words, but you could do a lot if you shift your focus to other people. I mean, you felt this, right? You felt whenever a time has come for you to show up for somebody else, your own mood or the way you feel about yourself kind of shifts when you know that you have to show up for somebody else. Like think about a big calamity in your family, and you kind of just showed up and you were there to take care of others. I'm sure you've had an experience like this. Or your friend needed to talk to somebody because he went through something extremely difficult in his life or her life, and you were going through a tough time too, but you managed to put that aside and actually show up for your friend. And the thing is, we let life dictate when that happens. So what if you live every moment through that frame? This is why this self-help addiction is something that you're going to have to get rid of, right? And if you want help with it, you need to do it in a way where it gets you to take action now, and not in a way which is just like a cycle where you're going from one video to another, one video to another, because you do a video, you get a self-help injection, you feel motivated, inspired for a few days, and then it's gone. I don't want you to watch this video and get nothing else out of it besides get inspiration. What I would love for you to do is to get some real insight into your patterns, into the things that keep you stuck, into, in the beliefs that keep looping you in the same trap of a life. The one thing I'd like you to remember is that your vision is bigger than this moment, no matter how hard things might seem right now. And what I would give to you as a gift from my side, as a way for me to want to help you, is like a free assessment to be able to help you figure out what these patterns and loops are. So if you're interested in actually breaking free of your patterns and getting rid of this self-help crap and actually doing something that creates a huge change for you, then go to the description below. There's a link over there for a personality assessment. Go and do that assessment. It'll give you such clarity about your own patterns, about, it'll show you a mirror that you can take up and look at, and show you what your reality is, who you really are today, who you're showing up as today. Are you self-focused, or are you truly focused on other people and doing your best to help others? If you want to do that, go and click on that link. We might even be doing some live sessions soon. So if you click on that link, I promise you, I will also let you know about whatever live sessions, whether they're online or in person, city meetups and stuff, where we can actually get together and do real transformational work, where you face your fears and not just gather information and knowledge about how you can get better, but actually make progress and get better. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, click that link. I will see you hopefully someday live in person. We meet, who knows, or maybe online if you need to keep watching videos. Really, stop with the videos. Do something. All right, take care.